Hey, guest services team, Pastor Jim here. I'm actually sitting in the Serve Center where you come and so faithfully check in every Sunday or Wednesday to make sure that everything's ready to go and to start your role on the guest services ministry. I'm so grateful that you serve on our large team and that you are serving in your role on your team, whether it's in the cafe, usher, greeter, parking lot, shuttle, wherever you are. We are so grateful that you're part of the guest services team. And what I would like to do is I'd like to take a couple of minutes, so please watch this video until the end. I will go as quickly as possible here to set some expectations of what our team should look like heading into 2025. So I'll start with team members and then I'll go into team leaders so that you can see what your role is as being part of a guest services team. First, the team members could expect that we have about 6 to 12 on each team with a team leader. So each member, we want you to understand that we want you to unite as a team. We want you to become a cohesive unit and be trusting with each other and work together, build community. We want you to pray together as a team when you're in your role, but then also pray for your team leader and the other team members throughout the week. We not only want you to unite together as a cohesive team under prayer and community, we also want you to get uplifted as an individual. We want you to be trained and empowered in your role as a hospitality champion for guest services. We want you to attend cross worship services regularly. When you're not in your role, we want you to make sure that, or on your team, we want you to make sure that you are attending worship services. We want you to engage regularly in your own individual prayer and Bible study. It's so important that you, as a Christian, get uplifted so that you can unite with your team. And obviously, we want you to continue to grow in your talent and your leadership. We have so many roles in leadership open for you that we want you to continue to grow in your talent as we grow as a church so that you can be used for this dynamic ministry. We also, not only we want you to unite as a team, we want you to get uplifted, but we also want you to uphold each other as a team, to maintain those shared values and goals that we have. So to do that, we really need for you to use the services app. We need you to, through your email, accept your serving positions. If you can't serve, to let your leader know quickly so that they can find a replacement and uphold that shared value. We want you to give yourself time every Sunday or when you're serving to check in right here in the Serve Center so that we can get your name tag, that you can get a cup of coffee if you like, a sandwich, and check in to let us know you're in your role serving. That's what we would really like. And then also to be in place to serve in your ministry at least 30 minutes before the service. First-time guests come early to check out church, and we want to make sure that everyone's in their role 30 minutes before so that we can serve our guests well. Those are very important, and then also wear your name tag so that people can recognize you and meet with your team where applicable. We're asking team leaders to make sure that you unite regularly, and so whenever it's time for your team to meet, we want you to join them in that team meeting or a fun event. So in hearing that, so these are the team members' expectations and how we would like you to unite, be uplifted, and uphold our values. But also, I want to briefly go over what the expectation is of your team leader. If you're a team leader watching this, then please pay attention to this. If you're a team member watching this, please continue to watch as well so that you can know what to expect out of your team leader each week. First and foremost, the leader supervises the group, the team of members, and your focus is to care for your team members. How do you do that? By building friendships and encourage your team members to take the next step in their relationship with Jesus through prayer, through Bible reading, etc. So your team leader is always checking in, saying, hey, how are you taking your next step with your relationship in Jesus. We want your team leader and you as a team leader to pray with your team before serving and to obviously pray for your team weekly. We want you to build and foster community and friendships with your team members and coach. Don't forget to have fun. We're a big church, and your team having a small group like this of team members and a leader and a coach, that makes that big church feel small and caring for each other. So make sure you have fun together. Ensure that your team members are well trained and becoming hospitality champions. Be aware of what's happening on your team as a leader. And if you're a team member, go to your team leader regularly. Check in when they text you. Make sure that you prioritize texting them back or emailing them and having that training needed in your role, in your position on your team. Encourage the team members to grow in their talents and leadership. Again, we want everyone to be taking the next step, and not only as a Christian, but in a leadership role. And also identify and develop your own strong apprentice. We want you to multiply. So pick someone in your team who could also become a team leader that you could train, that you could grow as a leader on your team. Assist with upkeeping of planning center and services, making sure that they stay up to date. And finally, making sure that you facilitate all the communications from your coach, from your director, from our team leads. And we want to make sure that you communicate well to all of your team. We are so excited to have over 300 plus volunteers in guest services. So it's very important that as team leaders, as team members, that you build your team in community, in unity, in training, all the things that I've discussed here. Thanks so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions. Let your team leader know that you're cheering them on and you're excited to head into 2025 on your team, building community and building this incredible ministry the way that you do every week. Thanks for all you do. Be blessed.